20 years ago, a satellite bearing the name of an Ozarker launched aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery. The Hubble Space Telescope, named after Edwin Hubble, born in Marshfield, has since brought all of us amazing images of the universe. But that isn't Hubble's only connection to the Ozarks. Meteorologist Craig Carnesi joins us more now.
Yeah, Joe, when Hubble first opened its eye to the universe, the images were quite fuzzy. Turns out a faulty mirror was to blame, and the only way to fix it was by sending another shuttle crew. On that crew, yet another Ozarker, this one from Shannon County.
Eminence, Missouri. Population 548 lies deep in the heart of the Ozarks on the banks of the Jacks Fork River. So how do you go from scenes like this to scenes like this?
And we have liftoff. Liftoff of the Space Shuttle Endeavour on an ambitious mission to service the Hubble Space Telescope.
Well, there's a lot of folks from around Eminence and Shannon County who have gone out in the world and done very well, and a lot of them stayed here and did very well. So it's really just a matter, I think, of me being in the right place at the right time.
Meet retired Air Force and NASA astronaut Colonel Tom Akers, veteran of 4 space shuttle missions. Akers is now retired and calls this Eminence Ranch home. Before retirement, it was his hands that helped fix the blurred vision of the Hubble Space Telescope.
Actually, there were 2 instruments we put in that did that. The wide field planetary camera, it had corrective optics in it, and it's the tool that's used primarily for all the pretty pictures we see, that you see out on the internet, of galaxies and new stars being born. The corrective optics instrument, CoStar, Kathy Thornton and I put in, and it gave the correction for the mirror for all the other instruments.
Did Akers realize the irony of an Ozarker going to space to fix something named for a fellow Ozarker?
I was aware of that, and I thought that, that was neat. But on the other hand, I never thought of myself as going to fix this. I was a member of a big team. There were 7 of us on the crew and hundreds of people on the ground, that trained us and were monitoring, not only during the mission, but it helped build the instruments. So it was a big team of people.
Hubble wasn't the only historic mission Akers was a part of. Just a year and a half before Hubble, he served on the maiden flight of the Space Shuttle Endeavour. On that mission, problems capturing a telecommunications satellite led to another first: 3 people on a spacewalk.
The space shuttle wasn't built for 3 EVA people or spacewalkers. There's only 2 places to hook in for oxygen and electricity. So we figured out how we could use a buddy system, and when we were in the airlock.
Akers added, solving unexpected problems is a big part of being an astronaut.
When you're at NASA for a while, everybody has a can-do attitude, and they've done so many amazing things. And Apollo 13, you've heard of, is a prime example. When things do go wrong, your first thought of is, okay, how do we solve this? We can solve this.
Solving problems is one of the main reasons Akers says human space exploration is good for all of us.
Studies have shown that for every dollar we spend in the space program, we get multiples back into our economy. But nobody anticipated that when we sent men to the moon in the 60s.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
That was a spin-off, and we'll continue to have those as long as we keep investing in research and engineering and development of new technologies to solve problems.
Now, Akers mentioned the spin-offs that NASA science has provided us over the years. Here are just a few you may or may not know about. The technology behind the Dust Buster was developed by Black & Decker for Apollo astronauts in order to extract moon dust and rocks. Those comfy memory foam mattresses and pillows, those are developed by NASA to help improve crash protection. The next time you have your temperature checked by an ear thermometer, you can thank the space program. It uses the same technology scientists have used to measure the temperature of planets and stars. Enriched baby formula is thanks to NASA sponsoring research on using algae as a recycling agent for long-duration space travel. And do you wear scratch-resistant lenses? Well, guess what? They're possible thanks to NASA research of resistance and the reduction of surface friction on objects. We talked to Akers in detail about how he became an astronaut, his family and faith, as well as details about each of his missions, including a trip to the Russian space station Mir. We've posted a web-exclusive extended clips from our interview on KSPR.com, and you can watch those right now. All right, one of the other spin-offs we get from space travel? Satellite imagery. That's how we get those weather satellites you see. They discovered that back in the 60s as well. We'll use those satellites and tell you what you can expect over the next 7 days when KSPR News at 10 returns.